right, so we have a battle report. What's this mission called? It's the one where we escalate.
It's called Escalation.
Escalation, I guess. Crusade of Fire week 4, or we're week 4 now.
Yeah.
Black Templar versus Chaos. Where
Chaos is like a Cthulhu bug over there.
It's a Cthulhu bug. Yeah, it's definitely Chaos. So you got
a chaplain with the Shield Eternal. I have a squad of Centaurians, one of which has the Meltas.
The Meltas.
There's a tack squad here with a grab gun.
Are these guys in a drop pod?
No, they are in here.
They're in that flyer.
They cannot go in a drop pod. There is a tack squad with a sergeant with power sword, a grab gun, and a multi-melta. There is a tack squad here with a power fist, a power weapon, and a flamethrower, which will be highly ineffective against demons. And also the Emperor's Champion.
Who's your warlord?
Yes, who is my warlord? Besides that, I have an ironclad with a heavy flamethrower melta gun and a drop pod. And this squad here is in the drop pod. Centaurians are in the
You have
nice.
that thing.
Of the Talon, what you see is what you
Storm
get weapons.
And this guy's warlord trait let you...
There is no set warlord trait.
No, but you rolled for it. You get to score the extra victory point when he scores a hold objective X.
Yes, he is in the Land Raider.
Land Raider with the tack squad with him?
Yes, besides that, I have a biker squad that looks strangely like ponies.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're on horses. One land speeder and a whirlwind.
Yes, and with harsh language.
With harsh language. And then on the demon side, we have a Mauler Fiend using my Cthulhu bug. We have an Exalted Chariot with Flamer, 3 Screamers, a Flying Nurgle Prince uses Flatulence, Beast of Nurgle, Chaos Demon Prince, Chaos Space Marines, Nurgle, Beast of Nurgle, 3 Screamers, a Rhino with just straight out Chaos Marines in it, Nurgle Demon Prince, Slanesh Demon Prince, and in reserve, waiting to deep strike is my Warlord, a great unclean one. And there are also 3 squads of Nurglings to make my list battle forged. And he has the tactical objective, or tactical warlord trait that makes my opponent drop 1 random card at the end of my turn, once per game. Alright, it is night fighting. Nate here has decided to go first. I'm going to try to seize. I do not.
Oh.
And so it is Black Templar round 1 where you draw 1 card.
Yep.
So movement is done. This Land Raider backs up. Nate's first objective was recon, and by placement and his drop pod, we actually did identify every objective, so he's going to score the first point. That moved up. Those guys went through the terrain. We put the tree back.
Whirlwind didn't move.
Whirlwind didn't move.
Move forward.
Yep. And so we're on to psychics and then shooting. Psychics is done, so shooting. Yeah, well, not you can't assault turn 1, correct. All right, shooting is done. He killed a Nurgling base and put a wound on 1. And did you wound the Demon Prince? You put a wound on the Demon Prince of Slanesh. And he put a wound on this guy here and scores a point for recon. So it is 1-0, and I will draw the card. All right, I got Ascendancy, so control 3 objective markers, which I can probably do, and it is on to my movement. Movement is done. Those guys jump into the air. He does not. Rays go to there, Rays go to there. Chaos Space Marines back their Rhino up. The Chariot goes there. He hangs out here, so he's scored an objective. I need to hold 3, and then we're on to the Psychic phase, which gives Nate 1 dice. Sorry, so during the Psychic phase, the guy who's aloft through Flatulence here puts Gift of Contagion on them, and they are now -1 strength and toughness. No other Psychic powers went off, and we're on to shooting, where Warp Storm says 6. I thought it was going to be 2 for a second there, and the game would be over. So here's what happens. At the end of shooting, I killed a dude, but not enough to make them run. I got first blood by taking that out with 14 lashes of Slanesh. Only just taking it out by 1. Nurgle helped me out. And now we're on to assaults, where we got an assault here, and that Beast of Nurgle took a wound. And we will... got no other assaults, so... your front armor is 13, you said? Okay, so what's your initiative? Alright, well, because the Beast of Nurgle is killed by a friggin' Thunderhammer, Dreadnought close combat weapon, I score 1 point, I believe, for holding in objectives. None. Yep. I've got 2 objectives. 1, 2. I need to hold 3. Because Nate claims he's within 3 over there. So the score is now 1-1. I got first blood.
No, he's not. You got first blood.
I got first blood, so it's 1-1. You got 1 for recon, and I got 1 for first blood.
You hold 3 objectives currently, sir.
1. Oh, I do hold 3.
Nice. You get D3 extra.
I get D3. Sorry, because I got Chaos Space Marines. Oh, I got 3, so it's 4-1. Because yes, that is a troop choice. Forgot about that. That's why I parked it there. And now, tried to cheat here, but we forced him to put his guys back into coherency and within 6 inches. He's locked in combat. Drop pod landed. That did not immobilize itself. These guys came over here, didn't kill themselves. That flew in. That flew in. That didn't even move.
Yes, it did.
Oh,
3 inches, now I can see your rays.
Well, whatever. Okay, and so we're on to shooting.
Psychic phase, done.
Shooting.
No, I did not.
You did. Yeah, wait. In the shooting phase, Nate killed a ray, and he shot down my Demon Princess Slanesh, who had the lashes.
And I took off when you're...
Took an arm and a hull point off the Mauler Fiend, and this thing survived everything, including the 2 missiles, which rolled a 1. And my 2-up cover save Nurgle Princes are doing good. Okay, so assaults. This turn, he killed my Screamers. Those Screamers are locked in combat, having done nothing and did nothing done to them. Nate scored. What was your objectives this turn?
I got 1 because I need a line breaker.
Yep, he has line breaker, and
Actually, let me double check what line breaker is. I think if I have
12 inches.
I have 3 scoring units in your weapon.
Okay. All right, so he's got 1 unit within 12 inches. That gives him a point, and then he drops his other card, because I only have 1 unit, the Chaos Space Marines, that can possibly fail a morale check. So Nate is down to 0 cards, and I'm going to draw mine, which will be Psychological Warfare and Blood and Guts. Alright, movement is done. We vector struck the 2 vehicles and did nothing. This guy walks to here with Siege Crawler. He jumps. Moves to there. Those guys jumped out of their vehicle. And these guys come here and we're going to try to kill something.
My attack squad is about to have a very bad day.
Yeah, but you still got your Dreadnought, so... Yeah, so Psychic Phase, nothing happened, and Warp Storm says 11. You have no Psychers, so no one turns into a Demon Herald, and we're moving on. Shooting is done, where we blinded them with a pile of Nurgle feces, because these blinding grenades are friggin' awesome. We slaughtered many Marines here with flamers and bolters and combis, and they did not run, unfortunately. And now we're on to the assault phase, where I charge you. You Overwatch. So here's what happens. I lost a guy, but glanced that ironclad. That dude just slaughtered. And I didn't make you take a morale check, which is the card I'm going to drop. What was the other thing I had to do?
You need to kill things in close combat. It was blood and guts.
Oh, yes, blood and guts. Okay, so 1 point if an enemy unit was completely destroyed. Or 3, I would get D3, but I only got 1, so I'm up to 5 points to Nate's 2, and we're on to round 3.
He got 1 ring, I got
And I'm dropping... Do you have cards left? No. All right, I'm dropping my useless card.
Blanks is the 10 for my first one.
Oh. So we got 2 cards to hold objective 4, and I have objective denying troops there, and then he has to hold objective 5, which is the one here, and he will get that, probably. Yeah, and so we're on to movement. Well, you have nothing in reserve, right? Alright, move away. So, this thing flies to here. This thing flies to there. That thing did not move, and that thing tries to get away from the Nurglings.
They are frightening and very nervous.
They're not really frightening, but they hold that objective. So, yeah, we're on to whatever it is you do. Shooting. Shooting is done, and the Mauler Fiend survives. They survive, taking 3 total wounds. That's been glanced, and the guy on top took a wound. And close combats begin. Alright. So that one, I'm going to end up with 3 attacks. Alright, so we got no other assaults. The Beasts of Nurgle...
Rear armor.
So the crack grenade could do it.
Yeah, I guess throw 1 point cracking on my
So, rear armor 10? No. So, these guys do a wound to him, and he's fine. He rolled a 3. This combat, he finally kills the Screamer. And that was the only combats we had, so we're on to... So you got a... He did take 1. He's been glanced. So you got 3 points now?
Yes.
Alright, and it is the bottom of 3. Alright, I got secure objective 6 twice. And then dominate, which is control every objective on the table.
And an objective 6 here, and this counts as a troop choice, so...
Good luck. Okay, so that's not going to happen. So now we're on to whether I got reserves. No. And he's got a special power that makes my reserves come in on a 4. Movement is done. It stays there. He jumps, flying, hanging out, walking, moving 12 inches, but it jinked anyways. And my Great Unclean One is still in the reserves, and those Nurglings gonna crawl around in the terrain over there. And so I just don't think I can take objective 6 unless I can kill everything in that Land Raider, which is very unlikely. Psychic Phase, which says 3 dice for you. Nothing happened in Psychic Phase, and Warp Storm says 10. My invul save just got better. Yeah, it's 4 up. And now we're on to the rest of shooting.
Which can instead of the demon prince.
Okay. This is where we are. Movement. Shooting is done. I got a 4-up invul, and not much happened in shooting. Some guys moved. And now we're on to assault. So, on the assault phase, this dude, the Mauler Fiend, does not get his wound back, but took out the Land Raider. He's fine. This thing tied combat and does not get his wound back, and did nothing. These guys just hang out, and I'm going to give up this terrible domination card, which is hold every objective. And I'm down to... Yeah, it's not going to happen. So I'm down to 2 cards. Nate, how many cards do you have? 1. Which is hold objective 4 over there? Yes, so you will draw 4 cards! And I didn't get anything. So it is still 5-3.
I mean 4 cards. This is turn 4 we're going.
Yeah, so you will have 4 cards, right?
Yeah, so, meaning I need to draw 3.
3, sorry, draw 3. Okay, so he has to hold objective 2. He got hold objective 4 again, so he's got it twice now. And what was the other one? Oh, Kingslayer. Due to his inability to bring my Great Unclean One onto the board, he won't be getting that yet. Alright, so on this side of the board, it goes into hover mode, and these Centurion guys jumped out. Space Marines inside of Space Marines. But they're cute, according to the Emperor. That thing goes into hover mode. He walks to there. The Chaplain got out with him. This is his Warlord here. That thing turns around, looking at my Nurglings, and that's where it is. So, Psychics is done, and on to shooting. Alright, so shooting is done. He killed a bunch of Chaos Space Marines.
I wounded 3.
He put 3 wounds on a Nurgling base and immobilized and stunned that thing. So that Rhino's gonna... Oh, it took 2 hull points, I guess, because he penned it twice. So it's got to hope to repair itself. And,
That's a 6. Yeah, I mobilized. Didn't destroy a weapon.
Oh, sorry, 6, yes. Not destroy a weapon. And you failed to do anything else. So this thing I jinked, which is tactically absolutely stupid because I have a 4-up invul. And then I jinked, which is so stupid. But it is what it is. So you got charges?
Yes.
So combat-wise, this Dreadnought just slaughters my Chaos Space Marines. This guy loses another wound, hitting 5 times and doing absolutely nothing. Thanks to poison no longer giving you rerolls when you have equal strength. And that is it. So, did you score any points? You did not hold objective 4. You did not get Kingslayer.
I have 2 that need objective 4 and 1 that need objective 2. I'm getting rid of my objective 4 because I'm getting rid of my...
Okay. So it is still 5-3. At the bottom of 4, Nate has scored no points. Sure. Alright, I got no prisoners, secure objective 3, 6, and 6. And where's objective 3? It's probably in some tactically unwise place for me. Oh, it's right there. I could get it. And this dude comes in because it is round 4. Okay, so movement is done. My Great Unclean One scattered to here. He's in flying, not flying. Just siege crawled right up 1 inch away. He's moved to here 12. Locked in combat. Psychic Phase says you get 2 dice. So I get 2 Great Unclean One and 3 Demon Princes. Psychic Phase is dead, and we killed 2 guys, but they don't care. That was Nurgle's Rot in action, and they're -1 strength, thanks to being muscular atrophied. End of the shooting phase, he's no longer immobilized, and is still missing 2 hull points. And, yes. So, now we're on to the assault phase. This dude charges. So, you did wound me?
Yeah, 1.
Oh, okay. I take a wound! This guy might actually die. He keeps taking wounds. Leadership on him. He is fine. And that is it for the assault phases. These guys are locked in combat with a Mauler Fiend, and nothing score-wise. Because I do not get objective 3, wherever the hell that was. Oh, over there?
Yep.
I should have. No prisoners? I didn't destroy a unit, did I?
Nope.
No. Yeah, not. So it is still score at the top of 5. 5-3. And, oh, I got to roll for him. Hold, does he get his wound back? No.
Here, I'm gonna borrow dice real quick.
He's going to borrow my
Your
dice.
nasty dice. Okay.
Little tiny dice, yes. 21. Big game hunter and hold objective 1, so he's going to get that one because it is right here in this drop pod is a scoring unit. Movement, he's going to hurt the Beast of Nurgle. These guys are coming up to kill something there. I don't think he needs the objective though, do you?
I do.
You do? Oh, it's important for him. Still in hover mode, in flying mode, locked in combat, does not move. And now we're on to your shooting. Shooting phase is done. He killed the Nurglings, he killed my chariot, he killed one of his own dudes with the explosion, and then he charges.
Do I make victory?
All right, so you're gonna get a victory point for killing a vehicle.
I got a victory point for holding 2.
Victory point for
holding objective 1.
Wow, so it's gonna be 6-5 right now. He this Beast of Nurgle won. Those guys are running. He's still locked in combat.
And I'm dropping the objective to hold number 4 because I'm not getting over there.
Okay, so he's gonna drop that. We'll have to check which number that is. And
That's 4, that's 6.
so you had to hold this objective here, so you got a point for that. And he took out a vehicle, which is Big Game Hunter. So objective 4 holding, and we're on to my turn, where I draw a card, and where's my deck? There it is. I get secure objective 1. Ooh, that's this one. That's going to be nearly impossible. So on to my movement. Movement-wise, he walks to there. He gets out of fly mode, and he's here. Walks into the building, still in fly mode, vector strikes, and accomplishes nothing. Nurglings are here. And that guy's locked in combat, so Psychic Phase says you get 6 dice. Oh, this is actually pretty good for them. And I've got my 3 level 1 Psychers. So in the Psychic Phase, I kill a dude. Warp Storm says 11. Once again, your Psyker turns into a demon. And moving on. Shooting phase is done. I actually killed someone with the blinding defensive grenade.
It's not going well, dear, but we're almost done.
And I killed a bunch of guys with corrosive breath. He accomplishes nothing. And we're on to the assault. All right, let's summarize this. This dude slaughters the Emperor's champion in a brilliant duel involving feces. Well, this guy couldn't charge because he was just got out of hover mode last round, or fly mode. He kills a whirlwind, and that Contemptor Dreadnought rightfully kills a Beast of Nurgle. And then I get 1 point for Slay the Warlord. And then I hold objective 6 for 2 points. And I have no prisoners for killing an enemy unit, but not... Did I kill the Emperor's Champion a separate unit? Is he an HQ? Or is he a sergeant?
He's an HQ.
Alright, so I killed 3 units then.
So roll the 3 and get
Aha! 2. 2! And I do not hold objective 3, wherever the hell that is.
That's here, and objective 1, which is over there.
Objective 1, and I'm going to drop objective 1 on the hopes that the game does not end. But I got 2. So we're at 10-6 at the top of 6, and the game did not end, and I gave up hold objective 1 because that's that thing. Objective 1, he needs to assassinate, is that right? You need to issue a challenge. You need to kill a unit in shooting. And what was that? Oh, hold objective 6. And was there anything else? I can't remember.
Firepower.
Overwhelming firepower. That's to shoot someone down, and I think I know what you'll do.
Hey, Nurglings, come here!
Nurglings will probably die.
So I'll just move right here, so if he doesn't kill him, I can fire there.
Yep, alright. Movement is done. Those guys are here. These guys are hoping to knock him out of the air in the shooting phase. Those guys are trying to shoot down my Nurglings so they get that objective point. And we're on to shooting, where you do something like that.
Yep.
The shooting phase. Nate kills the Nurglings, an accomplishment for Nurglings in the open, and knocks this guy out of the air with Hurricane Bolters, where he's taken 2 wounds.
Yeah.
And he's grounded. And so now we're on to the assault phase. Alright, so in the assault phase, he slaughters my Demon Prince, and I did 1 wound, which, because he has Eternal Warrior on his friggin' Shield of Osnos Chaplain. And, yeah, so you're going to get points. You get,
I issued a challenge.
you issued a challenge for a point,
I got objective 1.
and you got objective 1 for 2 points.
And I did overwhelming firepower.
3 points.
And I forget what the other ones I had.
You should know these things. You
Assassin.
Alright, he got 10. He killed a character. He's, we're 10 to 10.
Get objective 6 and
That's the one I have.
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer, which is my warlord. Alright.
I'm dropping objective 6.
Okay, very well. Drop objective 6. And so it is my turn on round 6.
So, what does this mean?
Alright, so we got... he just sits here because there's no reason for him to move. He's in the air, he's on the ground, and I only have 3 models. So, Psychic Phase says, you get 2 dice. And I've got 3 Psychers. Alright, I got my Nova power off, which will get me Harness the Warp. If the game ends this turn, I will win.
New deck?
Yep. And then we're going to go on to shooting, where Warp Storm says, double 1s, 5. Alright, Warp Storm put a wound on him, and then I vomited Corrosive Breath and glanced him. Well, I didn't glance him, I stunned him, but it doesn't matter, he has extra armor. And he threw Fecal Matter, and it did nothing, and
there's no charges.
He can't run because he's slow and purposeful, and so charges are this dude attacking that thing. Alright, so game does not end. I didn't make a charge. I'm going to get 1 point, so it will be... I will have now, whatchamacallit, is that 11? 11 to 10?
I freaking have that.
Round 7.
It clips that thing there.
We measured this many times. It's got to clip the base. Alright, so I got Harness the Warp, and I'm going to drop 1 card, which will be Hold the Line. It doesn't matter. So this thing is in. So he's automatically going to score 3 points for objectives because he rolled them. This thing enters hover mode. I mean, into flyer mode again.
Yeah, that is.
All right, so it's flying. He needs to hold that objective, so he's going to got it. That goes into hover mode, and he needs to scour the sky. So he needs to kill one of my flying monstrous creatures, and he needs to kill something in the assault phase, which could happen. All right, and now we're on to movement, which I think just happened.
He has the demon weapon, right?
He does.
So he can get a ton of attacks.
He could. He forgot to roll that last time, which he just didn't use it last time he punched. When he beat up on a tank. Would he have killed himself? No. He would have had 5 more attacks. So these guys are really going to try to kill my demon prince. So we'll see what happens.
Alright.
The shooting phase, absolutely nothing happens. Except you should roll for him to shoot at me.
And I miss.
He missed. Oh,
wait,
yep.
I have a bolt pistol.
You have a bolt pistol and you're out of range. Okay, so nothing happens in the shooting phase at all. And so now we're into the assaults, where you assault me. Alright, so I pretty much almost wiped out that Centurion squad. Unfortunately, I did not. It's got a guy with 1 wound left, and he
he has 2 wounds left.
2 wounds? Oh, you should have... Is he 3 wounds, guys?
No, they're 2 wound guys. I counted there.
There were 8 wounds. I did 7 wounds to Centurions.
2s don't wound me. Neither do 1s.
Those aren't what I rolled. I did 8 wounds.
You did 8 wounds.
Yeah.
So it was down to 6. So yeah, he has 1 wound.
He has 1 wound left. Okay, so clarifying. And Nate is now at 13 points at the bottom of the game.
I'm going to start packing.
He's going to be 14 points because he's going to get Line Breaker. And so, what card? Man, I'm going to lose, so movement is done. I vector struck that thing, and it is on to the Psychic phase, where you get 1 dice. Nothing happens in Psychic phase. I did a wound, but he saves, and so it is on to shooting.
1,000.
Alright, so, Warp Storm didn't matter, so at the end of the game, I'm going to get Line Breaker, so I'm going to be up to 12, and then, I got Recon for 13, and...
Did we decide the game?
Well, hold on. I got Recon, I got, do I have any objectives? Let's see. Secure Objective 5? No. Secure Objective 3 wants Supremacy. 2 objective markers and twice as many as my opponent. No. Yeah, I believe you're about to win by 1 point, because I could not kill... Destroyed, yeah, a vehicle or a monstrous creature. Yep. See, objective 3. I don't even know where that one is, but it's nowhere near me.
Right there.
Oh, that's the one I couldn't get to because you contest. Yes, very good job. You win by 1.
That was brutal.